Hello and thank you for joining with us live at the local Sangre City Mount Ice Stadium for today's NHL hockey game for this week 3 with the Trojans going against the Golds for today, live at the local Sangre City Mount Ice Stadium and the Sangre City area for today. Thank you, Legos, for joining with us with a 2-0 record right now for the Trojans in the Sangre City area for this year's NHL hockey games and this brand new Trojans schedule. So far, the Trojans are looking forward to winning this against this Golds team itself in the Sangre City Mount Ice Stadium. But for today's Mount Ice Stadium NHL hockey game for today is brought to you by Pepsi and Pepsi Cola for today. Refresh your delight in the Sangre City Mount Ice Stadium. Thank you for joining with us once again. We're glad to introduce week 3 for today. Thank you for joining with us once again. Looking at a wider look of the Sangre City MHS area for today. With the Trojans going against the Golds and with their lineup popping up here for today. So far they're introducing a brand new goalie joining with us on the Trojans side for today. Introducing number 58, Travis Kelsey, joining with us for today in the Sangre City Mount Ice Stadium. So far they were looking for a brand new goaltender for this year's NHL hockey game and this brand new franchise of this 2022 season. So thank you for joining with us once again, Lego and Trojans at Golds. The Golds are introducing their brand new team today as well in the Sangre City Mount Ice Stadium. With coming up next week, we'll be seeing the Trojans going against the Ducks next weekend. So stay tuned. Thank you for joining with us with Sunday night or Sunday NHL hockey game for today. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more Legos. We'll be introducing the local Legotopia National Anthem coming up here momentarily, and thank you for watching. And thank you for joining with us live at the local Sangre City Mount Ice Stadium. Please rise for your local Legotopia National Anthem for today's NHL hockey game on week 3 of the Trojans at the Golds. Coming down to the Sangre City Mount Ice Stadium, the Trojans joining with us for today on week 3 with the Trojans versus the Golds, and it looks like the Golds are introducing their star mascot for today, the Golden Player, joining with us live in the Sangre City Mount Ice Stadium. Looking absolutely awesome for today for the Trojans at the Golds, and it looks like the Trojans will be getting the start of today's NHL hockey game and getting the puck for today against this Trojans hockey team itself. So thank you for joining with us once again, Legons, for today's NHL hockey game. We're proud to represent for week 3 for today, introducing this brand new year 2022. with the Trojans having a pretty good record for this season overall, making it 2-0 right now. They're hoping to win against this Golds hockey team as well, so stay tuned for the upcoming game for today, and starting on period 1 for today's NHL hockey game. Intro for today. So thank you for joining with us once again. Trojans versus Golds, so far looking absolutely awesome in the San Luis City Mountain Stadium. The Trojans are looking forward to winning at least a couple more games before the end of this regular season itself, and we'll be introducing the All-Star game during the month of March of 2022, which will be in a couple of weeks or so from now, so stay tuned. That'll be coming up live in the San Luis City Mountain Stadium. We also have upcoming in the next 2 weeks, we'll be introducing the local Super Bowl number 8, which will be live and hosted here at the local San Luis City Mountain Stadium. So stay tuned for that. We're very excited to introduce that once again and introduce football for the last time of this football season as well, which is going on right now. The playoffs are going on in the San Luis City Lagotopia area for this year of 2022. But we're introducing NHL hockey this year so far, so it'll transition from NHL hockey into football in the next 2 weeks for Super Bowl number 8. So stay tuned for that. We'll be introducing the 2 teams that will be going live then in the upcoming week or so. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more Lego. And so far, score is 0-0 for the start of the first period. Trojans at Golds. And now moving on to the mid part of the first period. So far, it looks like the Golds are winning this one against the Trojans so far for the beginning of today's Trojans at Golds game on week 3 for today. This is the first time that the Trojans have seen a team make their first goal in the next 20 minutes of the game itself. So looking absolutely awesome for the Golds. So far 1-0, Golds are 1, and the Trojans are 0, unfortunately, for today. But so far looking absolutely awesome in San Luis City Mountain Stadium. We'll be introducing lots of brand new events in the upcoming week. We have been introducing lots of brand new Disney shows and Disney Castle shows, so go check those out. The local Disney Adventure Park has been going through a lot of new changes lately, so we're introducing lots of new shows in the upcoming year of 2022, so stay tuned for that as well. We'll be introducing the local San Luis City Winter Carnival, which will be hosted live in the San Luis City Main Street downtown, representing winter itself. It's almost like the Winter Fest, but this year we're focusing on the Olympics, which will be starting here in the next couple of weeks. Towards the end of the month, we'll be introducing the Winter Carnival at the San Luis City Main Street downtown, hosted live at the San Luis City area. So thank you for joining with us once again. We'll be introducing that event very, very soon. And hockey season is still in big swing right now as well, on live television as well. So go check those hockey games out right now on your live television set itself. Also, the local Olympics will be hosting the hockey games this year as well, which the USA team will be introduced this year as well. So stay tuned for that Beijing of 2022 Olympics, which will be hosted in China in Beijing. So stay tuned. Thank you for joining with us live at the local San Luis City Mountain Stadium. Once again, score is 1-0. Golds are 1, and the Trojans are 0.
Don't cry.
And moving on to the end of the first period for today. So far, the Golds are winning this one still once again against the Trojans for today, with making another goal point at the end, towards the mid part of the first period itself. So far, it is 2-0. Trojans are 0, and the Golds are 2 for today. This is a pretty interesting game for the Trojans this time, with this Golds team introducing a very powerful player joining with us in the San Luis City Mountain Stadium for today, with that golden armor for today in the San Luis City area. So looking absolutely awesome for the San Luis City for the Golds for today. The Trojans aren't looking very good for today's NHL hockey game on week 3 so far. But please stay tuned for more. We'll be introducing the local highlights of the first period, introduced by John Lees for today. I'm John Jr. presenting today's NHL hockey game for today. So stay tuned. John Lees will be coming up very, very soon here in the Saginaw City Mount Ice Stadium. So thank you for watching your start of the first period and the start of the NHL hockey game. We'll be moving on to period 2, the next coming clip. And thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more, Legos.
Who only had one friend. I wonder if.
And thank you for joining with us for this start of the first period for today. Thank you for joining with us as your halftime or your highlights for today of the first period of the Trojans versus the Golds for today. So far, the Trojans are losing this one against the Golds for the first time ever, seeing a team beat them by this time of the game. Overall, by this time of the game, they would be winning against whichever team they were going against. But overall, the Trojans are looking forward to trying to come back with a bigger win. But so far, the Golds are having the 2 big goal points right at the beginning with a nice score shot right there by number 25 right there with a nice goal, making it 1-0 at the beginning of the first period. And then towards the end of the second period, on the last final clip of the first period, the Golds make another goal point, making it 2-0 right before the end of the first period. We're going to be moving on to the start of the second period here momentarily, with the Trojans coming out with a fresh start for today. Thank you for watching your local Saginaw City events for today of the Trojans versus the Golds. And moving on to the start of the second period so far, once again, the score has not changed since, but it is 2-0. The Golds are 2 and the Trojans are 0 for today so far. Different view of the Mount Ice Stadium for today after that period 1 loss so far for the Trojans. So far, losing this one by 2 goal points. So hopefully they can come back for the start of the second period for today in the mid part of today's NHL hockey game overall. But looking absolutely awesome for today. We'll be introducing the Rolling Stones and Manskin joining with us live on Super Bowl number 8, which will be coming up on February 5th of 2022, which will be in upcoming weeks, which will be hosted live for this year's halftime show, the Rolling Stones and the local Manskin band, of which we're excited to introduce those 2 brand new bands into the Saginaw City area and into the Saginaw City Mount Ice Stadium for this year's brand new Super Bowl itself. So far, we're looking forward to that, so stay tuned, get those tickets now. We're already introducing tickets for that upcoming Super Bowl halftime show and game itself, so we'll be introducing those 2 teams that we'll be announcing in the upcoming week. Probably towards the end of this week, we'll be introducing the 2 teams going to the Super Bowl for this year of the Legotopia Super Bowl number 8, so stay tuned. Thank you for joining with us once again. So the Trojans are trying their best, coming out with a different look so far. Looks like they're trying their best to make a goal right before the end of the second period itself and end of today's NHL hockey game overall. But once again, Legos, thank you for joining with us, and stay tuned for more live at the local Saginaw City Mount Ice Stadium and NHL hockey stadium for this 2022 year. And thank you for joining with us once again. So far, it looks like the Trojans are making their first score point on the scoreboard for today against the Golds hockey team for today. So far, it is a 1-2. The Trojans are 1, and the Golds are still 2 for today. So far, the Trojans could tie this one right before the end of the second period so far, but mid part of the second period so far. Today's NHL hockey game is brought to you by Disney on Ice, which we'll be introducing in the upcoming months. We'll be introducing the first ever Disney on Ice show live here at the local Saginaw City Mount Ice Stadium, hosted by Disney itself. We'll be introducing local fireworks shows and stop motion version of Disney on Ice. So stay tuned. It'll be coming up during the month of February or March, right before the end of the winter season itself. So stay tuned for those. We'll be introducing the local calendar of events each month. We'll be introducing February 2022 Saginaw events by the end of this month as well, so stay tuned. Thank you, Legos, for joining with us. So far, still the score is 1-2, and please stay tuned for upcoming Saginaw City clips of the NHL hockey game of the Trojans at the Golds. And we'll be reading off all the teams that the Trojans will be going against for this regular season so far, with the Ducks coming up on week 4. which will be coming up next week. And then the following week, we'll be introducing the Trojans versus the Dragons. And then the Yetis, the Bears, the Mooses, the Stars, and the Wolves at the end of the game of the regular season on week 10 right there as well. So thank you for joining with us. We're introducing brand new hockey games for this year. So stay tuned, Legos, and thank you for watching live at the local Sango City MHS. And now moving on to your second period highlights for today. So far, the Trojans are coming back with a little bit of a better start of mid part of the game for today. For the Trojans making their first goal at the end of the second period, making a 1-2. But the Golds making 0 points at the second period itself overall. But the Trojans are looking forward to trying to tie this one, or at least add two more points on the board before the end of this NHL hockey game so far. But the Trojans are looking forward to going against this Golds hockey team so far. They're looking forward to trying to come out with a better start once again at the start of the third period, which is the final period of today's NHL hockey game. Thank you for watching your local NHL hockey highlights for today. I'm John Lees presenting today's hockey highlights, and thank you for watching. And stay tuned for more Legons live at the local Sango City Mount Ice Stadium for today. And thank you for watching. The score is 1-2. And moving on to the start of the third period for today. So far, it looks like the Trojans are losing this one by another point, with the Golds making their first or another goal at the end of the second period right there. We did not show that at the end of the second period. We only do 2 clips on the second period itself. But so far, the Trojans are losing this one by 3-1. So far, the Golds are winning by 3 goal points itself, making 3 hockey goals right there for today's NHL hockey game against the Trojans, and the Trojans only getting 1 point. So it looks like that winning streak will end for today for the Sango City Trojans. Hopefully they can try to win next week and the next following couple more weeks before the end of this regular season. But so far, they will be ending it most likely today by 2-1 for today. They would like it to be 3-0 for today, but so far that undefeated part of the season will be ending for today on week 3 so far. Just a little bit more practice is needed for the Sango City Trojans, which will be coming up in the next following week, which they do practice during the week, and of course not on the days when they have a game itself. But the local coach of the Sango City Trojans is looking forward to winning against the Ducks hockey team. But the Ducks going against the Kings this week, which was the team that the Trojans won against just last week. It looks like they did win against the Kings today, which looks like the Ducks are doing pretty good because they have a record of 3-0 right now, which the Ducks will be coming up next week against the Sango City Trojans. So the Trojans are looking forward to trying to win against that Ducks hockey team next week on week 4. Week 4 is a big game, which will be coming up very, very soon. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more Legos live at the local Sango City MHS. And moving on to the mid part of the third period for today, getting closer to the end of today's NHL hockey game so far. Looking absolutely awesome in the Sango City Mount Ice Stadium so far. The Trojans are losing this one by another score point for the Golds for today, by 4 points for today, or 4 goal points for today on the scoreboard, making it 4-1. Pretty big score points, and they are dominating against this Trojans hockey game, our hockey team for today. The Trojans are slacking a little bit, and the defense is not looking very good for today's NHL hockey game. They're looking a little bit tired so far for today. So looking absolutely awesome once again in the Sango City area. Beautiful area to visit if you're interested in the Legotopia country itself, and it is of course the capital of Legotopia itself, to make believe Legotopia and Lego country itself. But yeah, we're introducing lots of brand new events coming up in the next couple weeks, so stay tuned for those as well. Legos, thank you for watching. And once again, the score is 4-1. We'll be introducing the final clip on the next following clip of determining who wins today's NHL hockey game of the Trojans at the Golds. And it looks like the final score for today's NHL hockey game of the Trojans at the Golds, with the Golds winning this one against the Trojans for today with a final score of 4-1 for today. Pretty big score game for the Golds for today on week 3, with the Golds making their first win of this week so far against this Trojans hockey team. The Trojans were looking to come out here and dominate against this Golds team, but the Golds came out with a big finish of a final score of 4-1 for today on week 3. So far, introducing the local mascot, the Golds, join with us live in the San Luis City Mountain Stadium. Looking absolutely awesome for today. Stay tuned for week 4. We'll be introducing the Trojans versus the Ducks on the next following week, which will be, I believe, on Tuesday night. So stay tuned for that Tuesday night hockey game, posted once again live at the local beautiful Mountain Stadium for today. For the upcoming game on Tuesday next week. So stay tuned. Thank you so very much for watching your NHL hockey games, as concluding today's NHL hockey game of week 3 of the Trojans versus the Golds, with the Trojans with the final record for today on week 3 for today, making them 2-1 for today's San Luis City event. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more Legos. Legotopia present signing out for today, guys, and thank you for watching your local NHL hockey game of the Trojans versus the Golds.